Welcome back, Doontubers, to the channel. Doing another kind of movie discussion today. Um, if you've been following my channel for a while now, you'll know that I'm a big fan of this game right here, Heavenly Sword, for PlayStation 3. Developed by Ninja Theory and Sony. It's, I don't know if it was a launch title for the PlayStation 3, but it was a really early title. But I, of course, didn't get it till last year when I got my PlayStation 3. It was picked up the same day I got my PlayStation 3, and it was the first game that I played on the PlayStation 3. It's pretty, to me, for me personally, it was a really pretty good hack and slash action game. It was a lot of fun. I loved it, and it coupled with really good voice acting, really good characters, and a pretty decent story, a non-typical story. I mean, it was somewhat typical in some ways, but it had a lot of uniqueness to it and a very theatrical sort of element to it. A lot of things going on for it, which made it really easy to make a film adaptation, and that they did. I don't know what company is this, Blockade Entertainment. I don't know anything about them, but with help from Sony and lots of other companies, they managed to make a film adaptation of Heavenly Sword. It is just a CG animated film. It's not a live action film or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, but it's like an almost identical style to the game. The animation and the graphics. I mean, they don't look this identical, but really right there in the same vibe or same feeling, same color palette. It's right there. So when you're watching this movie, it really feels like an extended cutscene, an 85-minute conglomeration of the cutscenes, with the action sequences just playing themselves out. Obviously, because it's only an hour and a half long, it felt rushed. Of course, everything was extremely condensed. Obviously, there's no travel or anything like that, and the fights, didn't take very long. But the action sequences were actually where this film really kind of shined. I thought that they were really well done, and it really kind of captured the essence of the Heavenly Sword and kind of how you looked and how you felt while you were fighting in the game. Like, they did a really good job with the fighting sequences. As far as the acting goes, the main character Nariko was played by Anna Torv, who is the original voice of Nariko in the game. They got her back to do it, and I believe that the Kai character, whose name sometimes escapes me, but it is Kai. That is her name. I believe that she was voiced by the same person as well. I don't know exactly who she is. I don't know. The dad might have been the same character as well, but the one slight disappointment in the voice acting, not because of who replaced him, but because he was my favorite character in the original game, was that of King Bohan, the main villain. Was not voiced by Andy Serkis this time. He was voiced by Alfred Molina, which is not a disappointment. Like I said, that it was him that stepped in, because he did a fine job. Really good character. He did a great job with it. But I will honestly say that is, a hard shoes to fill, because Andy Serkis nailed it. And for me, his character and his performance in that game made it so much better, made the game so much better. So to have that kind of lacking the King Bohan character lacking a little bit, in my opinion. It did take away from it a little bit for me, but only because of how much I enjoyed Andy Serkis's performance. That said, although also a lot of like the monologues and the character development for Bohan wasn't there either, um, which I understand. I mean, they're taking something that takes 10 hours to play, cutscenes and combat, all together it takes about 10 hours to play. It's smashing it together into an hour and a half film. I get that they had to take things out, um, but I don't want to say that they took the wrong things out, but I think that they should have developed Bohan's character a little bit more like they did in the game. But that said, I mean, you still get a pretty good idea of who Bohan is and what he's doing, and why he's doing what he's doing. Um, yeah, but Noriko was wonderful. Actually, in some ways, probably better in this movie than she was in the game. She's not my favorite character. She's great. I love the character, but she's not my favorite. In the story, that's got to go to Bohan or Kai. Both of those characters were much better done in both the game. And well, I won't say I think Noriko is a lot better in the movie than Bohan, but you get what I'm saying. Um, without like spoiling anything, I'm trying hard to not like totally spoil things if you haven't played the game or seen the movie. But I definitely recommend seeing the movie if you have played the game. If you haven't played the game, I don't think that you'll get very much enjoyment out of it. That's maybe another flaw in it. Also, is that it's not going to appeal to an extremely wide audience. I mean, the passerby might watch it. It's an animated film, an animated action film. They might watch it and like it and appreciate it. But the target audience, in my opinion, of course, is people who played and loved the game wanting more. So when I first heard about this movie coming out, I was really excited. Really excited. Admittedly, I didn't get it as soon as it came out because it was, for whatever reason. But I was at the Walmart, the local Walmart tonight, and I saw it there for $10, and I snapped it up. I had to get it, and sure enough, I watched it tonight. This was the same day that I bought it, just because I was looking forward to it so much, and I'm glad that I did. And also on the disc in the special features is a fairly lengthy documentary about the making of the movie. So you get to hear interviews with some of the voice actors and the writer, the screenplay writer, and the creators of the film. So that was pretty insightful. And also, I definitely recommend, of course, play the game first. If you're even halfway interested, this game is less than $10 for a used copy at GameStop. I want to say like $6, $5 probably for this game. Really cheap, and this is only $10 brand new. So I mean, really, and I think you could rent it on PSN. So for less than $20, you can get the whole experience of Heavenly Sword, which in my opinion is a good experience. I really, really, really like this game and movie. And I'll also recommend, of course, if you've played the game, and I recommend going on YouTube and looking up all of the making of the game stuff about Heavenly Sword. Excuse me, about Heavenly Sword, because they use some really cool techniques, and there's lots of interviews and stuff with the Ninja Theory guys and Andy Serkis, and how they do like the motion capture, and you get to see Andy delivering some of the monologues while doing the motion capture. It's really, really nice. It's really cool to see, and just and they talk about the game and stuff too. It's basically a making of the game type of thing. And then also the documentary on the making of the film was really, really nice to watch too. So like I said, I really love it. For under $20, you could get the entire Heavenly Sword experience. I really recommend it. It's a lot of fun and kind of a low risk investment because, like I said, $20, you get the whole thing. You get the game and the movie. And of course, the movie is not identical to the game. They did take some liberties and add some things. Not going to ruin it because it's not worth it. It was an okay addition. A whole other character that didn't exist in the game. But it made a lot of sense for the sake of the movie, the flow of the movie. It made so much sense. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't in the game, but it made sense for the movie. Not a big deal, not critical, not a critical detail that ruins it either way, but was really, really nice. So there you go. That's my my opinions, my thoughts, my recommendation, my discussion, not a review, because I'm not a reviewer, of Heavenly Sword. I do have a game review on my channel. I will leave a link in the description to my review of the game, and you can kind of hear how my thoughts have maybe changed a little bit since then, because I don't recall what I said in that video, but I know I really liked the game, and as things have stewed over the last year or so, year and a half, I think my thoughts might have changed a little bit, and also after seeing the film, I don't know, maybe be cool to compare. So go out and buy them now. Go now. Thanks for watching. Doom Waves out.